These Team Infinity cards rake. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they're this good. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they're this good. YouTube, Swingman here, giving you guys another video. Today's video, we are going to dive into my personal top 3 best Team Infinity cards for Season 1. Okay, the game officially underway. Today was the day that it was officially released for everyone to play. Yes! Yes! Super excited for that. And without further ado, I mean, if you were a part of the early access, you got a kickstart. But I know there's some guys out there that are just starting the game and they're wondering which Team Infinity cards rake and do well. Well, luckily for you, I got those 3, and I'm gonna tell you that these cards rake. I mean, I love these cards. I know some of these other cards that I have that I personally like, other people rake with, but I know for sure these 3, plus a one that I don't have yet. I know I'm surprising I don't have this card yet, but there's another card that's actually pretty good as well. But I will say that these top 3 are pretty, they're S tier, man. They're pretty good. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into our first Team Infinity favorite card. All right, for our first favorite Team Infinity card, everyone loves him. I love him. I call him Sir Ceddy for a reason. It's none other than Cedric Mullins here. Okay, Cedric Mullins, his all-star card is it's sensation. It swings great. I love his swing. Easy to time, very, very easy to get in regards to understanding his timing sequence. Okay, but if you look at his stats, I mean, his contact versus right is 97, 86 versus left. Power is actually pretty decent versus right. And lefty power, don't get this 70 mixed up, man. He's got that sneaky good power. He's like Tony Gwynn back in like 2018, man. He's got that sneaky pop facing, those lefty pitchers, Vision's pretty decent at 74, 68 discipline, clutch is at 94. You got bunt at 42, drag bunt at 33, so he's not really a bunter. And then you got, durability at 99. Now, his fielding and his speed is actually pretty decent. I have him at parallel 2. So he's actually, 84. And speed is actually 78. But the one thing that I will say with Cedric is that his swing is butter and his fielding is amazing. I know he's a center fielder. Honestly, the best position instead of center field, if you already have a center fielder, is put him in left. He's really good when it comes to, being in left field. So you won't go wrong with Sir Cedric here. Cedric is he's one in a million, that's for sure. I mean, everyone loves him. Everyone loves when they bring on this card into the game. His stats play higher than what he is, and it's something that you gotta try out. You gotta try it and see what you think, man. But I know for sure Cedric, very well liked throughout the community, man. Okay, all right, let's go on to the next one. My second favorite card, we got Yasmani. That's right, Yasmani Grandal will be my number 2 pick. I mean, he's just been a community favorite since day one. When he's got that diamond, everyone, just jumps on Yaz. But when you see the stats, I mean, the stats don't really show. I mean, he's got 67 pop or contact versus right, 75 versus left. Power is actually pretty decent versus right. It's at 86, and power versus left, it's at 100. So he absolutely rakes against left-handed pitching. When you go with the vision at 64, discipline's 123, so he's actually going to have a pretty good chance of check swinging and not getting ringed up at the plate. Clutch is at 74. Not really much of bunter. Then again, Yaz has 19 speed, so you don't really need a bunt with Yaz. I mean, unless you want to be a toxic player, which we all know and love. Some guys out there that love to do it. Hey, try it. You never know. Maybe you can get a bunt down and get a base hit. You go to durability. Durability's at 97. 97 durability for Yasmani, which is actually pretty good. When it comes down to the fielding is actually pretty good. I personally put Yaz at first base. He also does catcher too. Catcher, he's actually pretty decent too as well. Fielding's at 88, which is pretty good. Anywhere 85 and up, that's usually pretty good for fielding. Arm is a little weak on the weak side, 76. Not too weak, it's kind of average. Accuracy is 80, which is good. 90 reaction is really good. And then obviously blocking is at 81. So he's going to be pretty decent at blocking. Okay. Now, with all these great attributes, there's always an Achilles heel for Yaz. And unfortunately, Yaz was just not blessed with speed.
16. You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Okay.
If you look at his speed, it's 19, steal is 16, and base running aggressiveness, 13. He's not really much of a base runner. But I promise you, he absolutely rakes. He's got that, he just got that smooth swing that the ball just jumps off his bat. Even if you don't hit it perfectly, it jumps off his bat. It's amazing. Okay. If you have not tried Yaz out and you're new to this year's game, you got to give this guy a try. This guy is a rally starter, and not only that, he is clutch as heck, man. His clutch is good. Even though his clutch is at 74, every time I've had Yaz in big time situations, he absolutely crushes it. I'll tell you this right now. He's definitely he's grabbing all the cleat chasers from the stands after the game because that's how good he is. Okay. All right. So give Yaz Money a good try. I mean, he's like I said, he's really solid when it comes to being clutch at the plate. Okay. All right, guys, let's go to our final number 3 spot. And we all know this card. I know you Yankee fans know this card. Let's see what we got next. All right, so our third and final card, these are my top 3, is none other than Gary Sanchez. Gary, absolutely just a menace at the plate. Okay. You look at Gary's stats. Now, his contact versus right is really good. I mean, you look at this contact, 101. This dude sees righties well, really well. Okay, you go to, obviously, when you go to lefties, that's where we kind of plummet a little bit at 43. However, when you look at the power versus right and left, power versus right is 106. Power versus left is 115. Vision's actually pretty decently low, but not too low. It's average 54, which is, it's not too bad. You want it to be at like the 60s, 70s, but it's all right. Discipline at 74, not going to be the greatest discipline guy at the plate. I mean, that's Gary. I mean, Gary's always been known as being the guy that swings out of his butt. So, hey, but when he does hit it,
gone forever.
It goes far. Clutch is at 54. Not really much of a clutch guy. He's more of a guy that, either hits solo home runs or gets base hits to start the rally of an inning. When you go to the bunting side, not really much of a bunting guy. Okay, but then again, hey, you can still try to give him a bunt, give him a push, see if you can get maybe a sacrifice squeeze down, or maybe just a push him over bunt to move the guy over.
You serious?
You could be that kind of guy too, but I wouldn't recommend it. Gary's that kind of guy that you swing for the fences. If you strike out swinging. That's what you do with Gary. Durability is 66. You got fielding. You got the fielding side, which is not good. Fielding is 70. It's decent, average, pretty good. Not too bad, not too great, but gets the job done. 97 arm. He's got an arm, man. Gary's low key. He's got a cannon, bro. He could chuck the ball down to second and throw a guy out. Accuracy is actually not too bad too. 78. That's pretty average, above average, I would say. Now in the scouting report, that would probably be like what, 50, 45, 50 on the scouting report grade. Reaction 67, not too bad as a, for a guy that has terrible fielding, but it's still average. I would say maybe below average if it's 67. Blocking, not good, not great on blocking. So, unfortunately, Gary would be a great first baseman if he would, but never played first base his rookie year, so he was just straight catching. Another thing that he's not too blessed with is speed. Speed at 36. But then again, he's a catcher. Can't really get mad at catchers who are not fast. And not every catcher is JT Realmuto. Just it is what it is. Okay. So, but the beauty thing about Gary is his sequence of timing when it comes to timely hits has always been money. There's plenty of times where Gary can be that dog. He could be a dog at the plate. And, especially if he can get something going. He's like a Schwarber, but, for a righty. I swear, him and Schwarber are like the same card. It's just Gary's a right-hander and Schwarber's obviously a left-hander. But they're both play similar. Like, if you play a game with this card, your opponent's pitcher is going to pitch very carefully to Gary. I don't know why. It's just, he's just that dog. He rakes. He's just got that fear. Barry Bonds scare factor mentality when he gets into the box. Okay. So if you have not tried Gary Sanchez, try him out, see what you think. And yeah, you might thank me later because he's probably going to hit 5 bombs for you in game 1. Unless you play events, we'll make it 2 because you only get like 2 at-bats, maybe in events. Okay. And I got to say, the last but not least, we got our honorable mentions card. I got to tell you that this Charlie Blackmon, I do not personally have the card yet. No, I don't know why I haven't. You got to get Chook Nasty in your lineup. You know, but I will say that this card will be our honorable mention. It should be top 3 because Charlie Blackmon's this card is good. This card is really good. The only downside that you would say with Blackmon is that his fielding is terrible. It's that he doesn't have the updated fielding for today. You know, but when you go through those stats, I mean, 99 contact's phenomenal. It's at 99 versus right, left it's 100. You know, power versus right is 88. Power versus left is 66. You know, even though, like, I will say that lefty versus 66, that plays below his stats. I'm telling you right now, he's got low-key good power versus lefties. Regardless, no matter what, if you're facing a lefty, Charlie will rake. He will hit it probably 500 feet. Clutch is really good. He's a really clutch hitter as well. If you look at that clutch, it's 125. Any big-time situation that I faced, that I pitched to Charlie, and I've also used Charlie for hitting, he's always been money. Always been money. Always money when I need him to be. Overall, great card. Okay. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys really enjoyed the content of this video, be sure to leave a like and share around the community of who needs to know which Team Infinity cards that they need to go after, especially with the, you know, being that today is officially release day. You know, go ahead, share it around. Let people know like which cards to go after. And I know some people look at Twitter, but hey, you never know, man. Maybe a YouTube video can really help them figure out, oh, hey, should try this card. So, but if you guys enjoy the channel, please subscribe to the channel, hit those bell notifications button so that you guys are notified for my future uploads of this channel. Guys, Mike Swingman, wishing you guys nothing but perfects, pinpoint pitching, and I see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.